Back again, TiggPolitics, man. Hope y'all like the new way of me doing things. This gonna be a video of Pearl. Pearl be digging in these females behind when it come down to this men versus women feminist thing going. Pearl is an advocate for the good men. Let's just see how this video goes. It says panel of modern women get schooled on marriage. A lot of people got their own ways of viewing marriage. The thing she don't like is people that claim to be Christian that completely disregard the way the Bible says that Christians are supposed to be in a marriage. And then of course, any wife that feels that she don't have to submit to her husband, that's a problem for Pearl. But let's just get into it, man, and make sure y'all subscribe for sure. My bad, y'all. I did that last time. I ain't on the right way. Alright, let's get it.
When do other women usually, when did you start learning to be a wife, would you say?
At a very young age.
Give me just one number quick.
Just a brief of things like, I was learning how to make simple things like eggs at the age of 8, 9.
Okay, 8, 9.
Yeah,
so you're 20. So she's been learning to be a wife for 12 years.
So that's kind of...
Wait, let me finish. She's been learning to be a wife for 12 years. Right now you're...
Yeah, no, let me finish.
You're behind. Yeah. So, right? Because you're going to be competing for the same guys, right? Because we all want the same men. We've established this. We all want about 20% of men. And you can deny it or not, but you do. Yeah. Just trust me on this. So, how would you get to a point where you could compete with her?
So, the thing is, just how you said, I've been learning to cook eggs, like, as a wife,
not entirely as a wife, maybe just as a woman.
But
natural life skills, natural life skills.
So when you said that, I was literally just going to jump in and say, yeah, I have also been taught how to do those things, but not for anybody else other than me.
Yeah, as a woman,
you know?
I think that's an important thing to say.
The point is still the same, though, is that you're not learning the key skills and mentalities needed to maintain a long-term relationship with a man.
But surely, if I can do that for myself, I have the facilities to do that for
someone else. But it's not about cooking. Cooking is an example of a skill that comes with it, right? Because you have to feed the kids. You know, I know some guys can afford Uber Eats, but like my point is, you have to learn from wives how to get along with a man. And if you didn't have that as an example, you didn't learn. You don't know. And so a lot of times women, we get to an age like 20, 21, 22, 23, and we don't realize we're behind because all the other women have been learning this for 10 years and now we're trying to play catch up. And instead of, and I would just recommend trying to get women that are wives so you have someone to learn from.
I don't know. I think it's maybe my perspective is that if I know how to do it, I know I can do it for other people. Like,
it's not that simple.
Because they think about themselves too much. Catering to another person don't involve you. It don't involve your feelings. It don't involve how you feel. I said that twice. It don't involve nothing about you. It's got everything to do with the person you catering to. That's what it's called, catering. That means that whatever they want, that's what you provide. It don't matter how you feel about it. Oh, so what? You don't like doing that. But that's for them. That's what you doing for them. It's for them. It's not for you. That's what they ain't understanding. But let's get back to it.
It's about cooking, and it's not about cooking.
No. I'm just saying, like, if I can love myself and I can be there for myself and I can provide for myself how I've been taught to, I can do that for other people.
I think the thing is, do you know what the only thing that I think? Like, I completely agree with you. Like, when you love yourself, you love other people. But something that I have been learning is that the way we love ourselves as women is not the same way that a man will want to be loved. So it's like, so it's like, when you're giving like the answers that we would give ourselves. Like, we would give logical answers to ourselves, but
that's cap. Ain't nothing a woman do logical. Everything emotional. So I can't agree with that one, shorty. Y'all emotional, because if y'all literally came to us logically, the relationship would be way better. I promise you. So don't say that.
a man, like, he probably wouldn't want a logical answer from his woman, because then it's
I'm not sure loving yourself is the route to being able to love somebody else in a relationship. It sounds very solipsistic.
Exactly.
It's very solipsistic, isn't it? It's like, I love myself, I can nurture myself and everything. But what does that do in terms of giving somebody else sustenance?
Marriage is supposed to be about the family before you. It's not about, like, marriage.
It's supposed to be about the other person, and then the other person is about you, and that's what makes it work. If I'm catering to you and you catering to me, guess what? It's gonna be great because we both getting catered to.
Marriage has nothing to do with happiness. Marriage has nothing to do with loving yourself. It's about loving the family before I love myself.
Agreed.
The key trait is selflessness. So that's another hint that you're being misled, is that you're saying all this stuff about self-love, but the key trait for a marriage is selflessness. It's the man being selfless, thinking of his family, his wife before himself. It's the woman being selfless. We have a generation of women who are growing up thinking, me loving myself. You're going to be loving yourself at 27. And you're going to be looking for decent guys after you've made all the wrong choices. You're going to realize there's only like 2 guys in there who have a long-term job and who actually are respectable people, and those guys will have 17 women who are all waiting for that same spot, and then you're going to talk to 32-year-olds who will be getting ran through, who are going to be too busy trying to lie to you that they're having fun when they're paying a quarter of their salary to therapists every month.
Right. And that's my concern, is that you if that cycle happens, because that is he literally just
broke that shit down. How that shit can go. Literally broke it down to how it can go.
Set a cycle that we all see all the time. My concern from you, and this is coming from care, I didn't mean to attack you, and if I did, I am sorry.
No, absolutely.
I am simply trying to stress to you that if you go that route, by the time you meet him, he won't want you.
Right.
And that is just a concern. I'm not saying I'm right.
No.
I'm saying there's a high probability concern.
I just think, my personal opinion is that if you don't have self-love, you've got nothing.
Yeah.
Hands up. That's it.
Let's have self-love first.
And also to know how someone else should love you as well. I have a question. What is self-love?
Appreciation of yourself.
Because I think a lot of times we confuse narcissism with self-love.
Right.
I think because when I hear you guys talk, it sounds very narcissistic. And I'm just, wait, before you react, please. Even when you're talking about in a relationship, you're saying I'm a fixer.
I feel like,
but then what did you do wrong? He did something wrong. I had to fix him.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women, they think it's like a one-way thing, but it's a two-way thing. And also, like, with self-love, I feel like a woman, to be in a healthy relationship anyway, she does have to love herself first place base, because otherwise the insecurities will just take over.
Agreed.
It will just mess up the relationship.
The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. He's taken a truth and twisted it in a way that led to the wrong decision.
Do you know what it is? But it's a worldly, it's a love that, like, people think love is like hugs and like kisses and like baths and face masks, but really and truly, like, loving yourself it's a tough love. Like, you have to if you truly love yourself, you're gonna put aside things that make you feel comfortable. To better yourself.
But I think the best wives honestly don't really think about themselves. They think about everyone else. I've never heard, like, I'm just being honest, guys, I've never heard someone that I respect and admire as a wife talk.
That was a strong statement. And then think about good husbands, like the best husbands. They just do. They don't talk about what they doing. They just do it. You know what I'm saying? They just pay the bills. You feel me? They just handle everything. They don't talk about it. They just do it. You know what I'm saying? And they do it with love and selflessness. And I think that's what females fail to realize. When a man really does take over all the responsibilities as far as bills and provide and protect it for real, he literally gives up his whole life to do that, because it's like now he's indebted to you. And then, you know, that's why a lot of men don't feel the need to just ask permission for everything and certain shit, because they feel like they run the show, legit run the show. I pay for everything. I run the show. So, you know, man, this is the world. The world is very complex when you look at it, and it's very simple when you look at it. If people stop being so full of their goddamn selves, everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out, period, point blank. Because at the end of the day, you could say that certain relationships is Their problem is finances, but then let them get some money and they still gonna have some problems. Like, they ain't gonna change shit, because if they ain't spending the money the right way or putting the money in the right places, it's gonna just cause more problems. Like, so y'all can watch all the videos y'all want about dating and shit, but it ain't gonna change what you got going on in your personal life. It's your life. 20 videos ain't gonna fix that.
Talk about self-love.
That's not my
Wait. They only care about everyone else. Like, it's always the woman that's catering to everyone, like getting the drinks, getting the like cooking, like it's just like a motherly presence.
It all seems very modern and sort of you know, the kind of stuff you see on Instagram and, like, you know, quotes and stuff like that. It's like, if you think about, like, my, you know, grandparents and stuff like that, I mean, they didn't have time for all this sort of, like, introspection. It was like, you know, my grandmother was, I think, left school very young, had to go out to, you know, and supporting the family. You know, then there was a bloody war and all this kind of stuff. Like people had serious stuff going on, and then, you know, they had children for this, like,
my grandmother
it's not really about yourself. That's why what Paul said on the money. It's covert narcissism. You're saying you love your self-love. What you're talking about is, I'm all about me, and me is the most important. When you really understand love, it's about others.
And I'm ending on that. When you really understand love, it ain't about you. It's about the people that you claim that you want in your life, and that you claim to love that's in your life, and that you claim to want to make happy that's in your life. After that, nothing else matters. Meaning that for the guys that cheat, if you know your girl don't like cheating, stop cheating. If you feel like you can't stop cheating, leave her. But at the end of the day, it's about you, not her, right? Okay, that's why y'all do it. Anyways, get the understanding that love is really about selflessness and loving the other person, not loving yourself and thinking about yourself, self. I get tired of that. Anyways, man, we out. We'll be back with another one. It's TiggPolitics. Yeah, no, that.